I stopped locking my bedroom door 3 months ago. Not because I felt safe, but because I knew it didn't matter anymore. The apartment I rent sits above a closed butcher shop in a town I can't afford to leave. The building is old, the kind where pipes knock and floors groan for no reason. I'm used to those sounds. I've lived here for 2 years. But 3 months ago, something changed. It started the night I came home late from my sister's place. We'd argued about Mom's medical bills, about who was doing enough, about money neither of us had. I was exhausted, emotionally hollowed out. I didn't even turn on the lights when I got in. I kicked off my shoes, fell into bed, and passed out. I woke up around 3 a.m. The hallway light was on. I don't have a hallway light. My apartment is a studio, 1 room, kitchenette in the corner, bathroom off to the side. That's it. But there was light coming from somewhere, spilling under the bathroom door in a thin yellow line. I sat up slowly. My heart was already pounding, but I told myself I'd left it on by mistake. Except, I knew I hadn't. I hadn't used the bathroom before bed. I got up, crossed the room, and opened the door. The light was on. The mirror was fogged over, like someone had just taken a hot shower. But the air was cold, ice cold. I reached out and touched the mirror. My hand left a streak through the condensation, and underneath, smeared across the glass, were 2 words: still here. I turned the light off. I locked the bathroom door from the outside using the little push-button lock, even though I knew how useless that was. Then I sat on my bed, knees cooled to my chest, until the sun came up. For a week, nothing happened. I convinced myself it was a prank. Maybe the downstairs tenant had a key. Maybe I'd sleepwalked and written it myself. I didn't believe either explanation, but I repeated them anyway. Then, it happened again. I woke up to the bathroom light on. This time, the door was open. The mirror wasn't fogged, but every drawer under the sink had been pulled out. One by one, left open at perfect intervals, like someone had been searching for something. Nothing was missing. I started keeping the bathroom light on at night after that. I figured if it was already on, I'd know if someone was in there. It didn't help. One night, I woke to the sound of the faucet running. Water drumming into the sink, steady, loud. I didn't move. I just stared at the yellow light spilling from the bathroom doorway and listened. After a few minutes, the water stopped. Footsteps. Not loud. Soft. Barefoot on tile. They moved from the sink to the doorway. Then they stopped. I didn't breathe. I didn't close my eyes. I stared at the empty doorway, waiting for something to step into the light. Nothing did, but I could feel it. Standing there, watching me. The next morning, I found wet footprints on my floor. They started at the bathroom and came halfway to my bed. Then they stopped. The prints were small, narrow. They didn't match my feet. I started sleeping with my lights on after that. All of them. I left the TV on for noise. I kept my phone next to my pillow, finger hovering over 911, even though I didn't know what I'd say. There's someone in my apartment who only comes when I'm asleep. They don't take anything. They don't hurt me. They just exist. Who would believe that? I thought about leaving. I looked at listings I couldn't afford. I thought about staying with my sister. But we weren't speaking. I thought about a lot of things. But I didn't leave. Because 2 weeks ago, I found something. I was cleaning out the closet, looking for a jacket I hadn't worn in months. I pulled down a box from the top shelf. Old books, cables, random junk. Stuff I'd meant to throw out. Underneath the box was a folder. I didn't recognize it. Inside were photos, dozens of them, all of me, sleeping. Some were taken from the doorway, some from the foot of the bed. A few were close-ups, only inches away. My face, my hands, my hair spread across the pillow. They were dated. The oldest was from 1.5 years ago. I sat on the floor holding those photos for a long time. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely keep them still. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. But I just sat there. Because I realized something. Whoever this was, they'd been here the whole time. Not 3 months. Not since the mirror. Since before I even knew. They'd been in my apartment, in my space, watching me sleep for over 1 year. And I never knew. I didn't call the police. I didn't tell anyone. I put the photos back in the folder. I put the folder back where I found it. And I stopped locking my door. Because now I understand. Locking it won't keep them out. It never did. They have a key. They've always had a key. And the only thing I can do is make sure they don't know that I know. So I keep my routine. I go to work. I come home. I turn off the lights at the same time every night. I get into bed. I close my eyes. And I wait. Sometimes I hear the bathroom light click on. Sometimes I hear footsteps. Sometimes I feel the bed shift. Just slightly. Like someone sat down on the edge. I don't move. I don't open my eyes. I just lie there and pretend to sleep. Because I'm afraid of what will happen if they realize I'm awake.